Don't make me put your chicken rotation. Everybody rotates. I got a couple, hey.
What's up, everyone? This is Suave Polo, the boy, and
SPG.
And right now, man, we're on the Man Cave show. So we have a guest we're going to bring up here. But before we bring up the guest, I want everybody to know whatever goes on in the Man Cave,
it's going to stay right here in the Man Cave.
Right here in the Man Cave. So let's bring this guy on, man. He's the Stay Cowboy, you know, the great king of content, man. We're going to bring him on the show.
You left out Master of Vlogging, All-Purpose Champ, and this show is gonna be epic. Cause I'm a cowboy. Oh man.
So man, I didn't leave that out. I wanted you to do all that, man.
What's up, guys? What's going on, boys? I get to be in the Man Cave.
Hey, you sure do, man. You sure do, man. Hey, how was the movie last night? Your experience at the movie, not the movie itself.
Okay, man, I love going to the movies. Listen, my wife and I, it's like our favorite thing. We get out the house, we have our little chats on the way there. We stand in the concession, like, oh, do you think we should get Presto Bites? Should we get nachos? I think we're more into nachos now. Oh, but we got to get jalapenos. And then we walk up to our seat and we just sit down, we laugh, we joke while the trailer's going on. It's an event for my wife and I. It really is. So the experience is always good, whether the movie is good or bad. You ever go to the movies, right? And you watch so many trailers, and then when your movie starts, you're like, oh, I forgot what movie I came to see because I just was watching all those trailers. So it was a good experience, and Big Mike was there, so that was pretty cool.
Oh, awesome. What was Big Mike's take? Did he leave the theater happy?
Well, I guess
I hope he'd be in the chat. I hope he'd be in the chat today. I hope he'd be in the chat.
Let me send this to him. Actually,
I already sent it to him.
Oh, did you? All right, cool.
Yeah, I already sent it to him. So today, guys, I want to know, is a choice a choice? And even if we even in this world that we call the world, like, is this our life? Do we have control of it? Because my head was blown a little bit when they introduced the Matrix 4. And that's what we're here to talk about. Actually, it's called Matrix Reincarnation. Resurrection. So this is the fourth Matrix show, is what I want to say. And dude, what is y'all take on it? I'm gonna say that my take was a positive one, but I had some loopholes that I was like, I don't know what's going on. I don't know what they're doing with that.
I got a theory on that. I think a lot of people may have been upset with the movie. So you got to go back to when the movie first came out. When the first Matrix was released, you had all of us across the globe plugging into the internet at the same time this movie came out, showing us that this whole civilization was trying to unplug, from their fake reality. And that was a special time for that movie to come out, I think, with all of us plugging in and us getting the feel of the internet and shit. And I just think that we're not going to experience that again. That type of the Matrix 4, Matrix Resurrections did not drop in a time frame that really fit. You know what I'm saying? So I think some people may have been let down by that. But all the changes that they've made to the Matrix and stuff like that, I think was a long time coming. I think I knew when I watched this movie that I was going to see stuff that didn't make sense to me at first. I knew I was going to. But anyway, what do you think, Cowboy?
So here's what's funny. I actually didn't see the Matrix when everybody else did. When it first came out, I don't know what I was doing in my life. Oh, I was going to Job Corps. I know that. And so Job Corps, you kind of like, I was a resident. So I lived there. And you didn't really get to watch TV and stuff. I came home on the weekends. I was non-res on the weekend, or I came home on the weekends, and after 3 months, I was non-res, and I was able to come home and go drive back and forth or catch the train. And I don't know, for whatever reason, it just didn't grab me. So I seen it actually later than everybody else did. And when I seen it, I was like, damn, this movie was epic. No, you know what? Now I think about it. I think I seen it and I was like, okay, it was cool. But I think it was ruined because so many people told me about it. That's what it was. I finally seen it later. And so I didn't even see it in the movies. And it just didn't. I was like, okay, it was all right. And then when I seen part 2 and part 3, I didn't like those at all.
Yeah, I have to agree with you in that I think that 2 and 3 could have been edited down into the same damn movie, and they could have finished it in 2. But I have to say, I'm extremely happy though that they continued this story. It wasn't a reboot. Like it literally gave you enough information to go on if you were going to write stuff for the future of the franchise.
And I just want to
tell you what. Oh, go ahead.
Let me explain this real quick. The reason why I didn't like part 2 and part 3 is because part 1 was mainly in, I guess, the fake world, right? Yep. And then then you find out, oh wait, the real world. So part 2, when they introduced Zion and everything, I guess my mind trying to figure out what this would look like with the flying tentacles and stuff, and everything was the dark scenes. I was just like, so I didn't like it. It wasn't appealing to me, and I'm more like the superpowers when you're in the fake world, when you're stopping bullets and all that. So because it was more of the real world in part 2 and part 3, I guess that's why I didn't like it.
The third one, I have to say, there's like an hour and 20-minute CGI part, and I think they could have avoided that. And I realized this was a big tentpole Marvel type film before Marvel was doing their thing.
Right.
So we do have to give it credit for that as well. Go ahead, Suave.
I think that just clear there. I like the movie. The fourth one was a good movie. The first one I liked a lot. The first one was good. The second one I did not like. The third one I liked, but they could have did better. They could have did a little bit better on that one. Now, on this movie in particular, because we definitely want to review this one. We don't want to get too off subject on that. But I couldn't understand, if Morpheus died, why did they have this nano? I didn't understand. Like, what was the reason?
Let me fill you in. What?
But hold on. This is what I wanted to say.
All right.
Now I get that, but they brought all these other actors in. You know what I'm saying, from the old movie. They could have brought Lawrence Fishburne in.
Yeah.
Now,
he could have been the old man instead of her. He could have been the old man. Yeah, absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? So explain it to me. Why did they have this nano Morpheus?
Because Morpheus is dead. He outlived, his old age or whatever. He died at Zion, whatever. But this version of Morpheus that we're introduced to is an amalgamation. So what they ended up doing when the Matrix got rebooted, they gave Neo a whole bunch of power, but they also hoodwinked him. They made him think that all of his history was fake. It was a video game that he designed, and he's mentally ill, and he's trapped in this cycle of he keeps thinking this is his past, and it's not. Anyway, he has access to the original Matrix code, the world that they all ran around in. That's his game code, basically, at his office. So what he did is he sat down and he mixed the AI of Smith and Morpheus and mixed them together, and he put them in a small box of his own creation of the Matrix. So they keep playing in a loop, and the AI intelligence gets smarter. What ended up happening is Neo created that and went about his day taking the blue pills and thinking he was crazy, when somebody else from the real world came across that small old Matrix box that he created to train this AI. That's where that Morpheus comes from. It's not the real Morpheus. He is dead. And it's not actually Morpheus. It's a mixture of Smith and Morpheus's AI.
Actually, it's Candyman.
It's what?
Actually, it's Candyman.
Candyman.
Correct.
It is Candyman.
But that's why it got a little confusing in the beginning, because Neo is in a rebooted Matrix. It's in a brand new version of the Matrix with the analyst in control of it, not the architect anymore. And Neo has access to the original Matrix, to the code. He can, he's supposed to make another trilogy. It's very interesting, I think, and a lot of people were probably put off with the way they introduced that Neo thought that this was a game and it wasn't his real life. And
for me, it was cool because I'm into gaming. And for me, it was cool that they were talking about a big company, and we always talk about Google. So for me, it was hitting home and it was talking about how the bigger company was going to buy them out, and I thought of how Microsoft bought Bethesda. So all that was hitting home for me. I think the movie was lackluster to me, is because it was cool that it was a continuation, but it didn't give me anything new, so to speak.
Right.
I feel like it was very similar to what I seen last time. Not much different. So
it did you new stuff though, in the sense that you didn't use the telephone to come in and out of the Matrix anymore, and those things evolved.
That was a little what I wanted to, I mean, obviously, the phone booth was relevant back then. It's not now.
Yeah,
right?
nobody has a phone booth anymore.
Yeah, right. So that's just a given. I thought like even the climactic, like I love a climactic clash, right? Yeah. But where is it? I guess I felt like the main thing was just realizing there is a real Matrix, right? Because he was taking the blue pill, and then getting freed and freeing her, and I guess getting revenge on the analyst. I mean,
that was Smith's gig. Smith wanted revenge on the analyst. Neo just wanted Trinity into escape, but there was some plot holes for my liking, when they retrieved Trinity, the way they hacked her pod, and the way they said that are the AI creatures that they were or the sentient life that they were teamed up with said, hey, we burnt our chance, we can't get back in there. And then when the time came, they were back in there like that. I guess that would be my only problem with the movie.
So hold on. Riddle me this. At the end, after Smith transformed into another person, because he said that, he can always transform into other people, who at that moment, when all the people around that world was like attacking him, who was controlling him? Was it Smith or was it the animals?
No. In the original Matrix, at the end of the Matrix 3, there is lines of Smith lined up. They're all Smith.
Right.
This was different. What this is what the analyst explained to Neo is that he embedded all of these like bots. You know how you go online and then a bot will pop up. Well, it's like that. He created a bunch of bots within the Matrix, so that at any point, anywhere, he could try to fight whatever was trying to mess up what he was doing. Like as example, when she's in bed, the two people are in bed at the end, and the one guy sits up and his eyes go matrixy and he dives out a window. That dude wasn't a baby in a pod that grew up. That's a bot.
Was a bot. Okay.
Yeah, and he got activated.
So are you saying that right before the analyst got taken out, well, he didn't get taken out, but he got slapped out by Smith. Are you saying, because he did a kill switch. Was that kill switch, that kill code?
I guess I'm not following, man.
So right at the end, the analyst was like, right before Smith shot him, the analyst said, he released the kill switch or whatever, a lockdown, I think it was. And is that what triggered?
Well, the analyst, I'm not sure if the lockdown triggered all the bots, but he triggered them himself, though. He turned them all on. That's when they started dive bombing out the window and stuff, trying to get them. But what I think is fascinating is that they expanded on the lore. There could literally be more Matrix movies now. What do you think, Cowboy?
Yeah, I mean, the way it ended seemed like they could just easily go. So here's my issue. They waited so long to bring a new one back, and so the way it ended, I feel like the next one could have been like this movie. Like, all right, let's just get right back in there. I felt like, for me, I felt like the stakes was never that high. I guess that's what I'm saying. I felt like it wasn't that end of the world type thing. I guess I wanted it Matrix after so long, right? Now, if they make another one in the next 2 or 4 years, all right, cool. You don't have to make it like, oh no, it could just, because it's kind of coming back. But you waited so long, I wanted more higher stakes, I guess.
Big Mike's one comment down there is really relevant. Because that's what I felt too. I thought not only was there a lot of nostalgia baked into this movie, but it was like Matrix right in your face. Like, I mean, the old footage of the movie.
Now, see, that I almost don't have a problem with, because you waited so long. right?
Correct.
If it was
Okay.
like, let's say a Marvel movie, right? And you're getting another one in 2 years, you don't need a flashback. We just seen it. But the last Matrix was a long time ago, so I give them credit for they wanted. So because you haven't seen it in so long, and the people who didn't see it, right? We got to remember, there's some people that went to movies that didn't see the last ones, or
Right.
there's some people probably seen this one for the first time, didn't see any. So it was. I don't have a problem with the flashbacks because you got to do that for your audience. If you took such a long break,
Yeah.
you didn't take a long break.
I enjoyed the movie a lot, and I think I did because I went in without expectations, meaning I knew that things were going to be different, and it may not be the same Matrix that I recognized. So I was prepared for that, for all the little changes. But the Matrix being a video game within the movie, though, was a big one for a lot of people, I think. And
So
I don't know, but I enjoyed it, though.
So how about this? Because we're about to wrap it up. Before we go, I want us all to give a rating from 1 to 5. 5 being the highest, So I'm gonna definitely give it a 4. I think that it was still a good movie. It did have a lot of flashbacks, like Mike mentioned. I did like the whole video game thing, and it evolved from using the phone booths to now just coming straight in and going through different ways in and out of the Matrix. I love that. I love the AIs working together with the humans to make a better world. So I'm gonna give it a 4. What about you, SP?
Well, I have to give it a 4 too, man, out of 5. And I really enjoyed the movie. I knew it was going to be different and not the same. But I have to give them credit, man. I thought that they crapped the bed really bad. At the end of 2, I was sitting in the theater during a theater experience, and Neo raises his hands and he kills those Sentinels in the real world. And then it's, hey, tune in next time. Sorry, to be continued.
Mm-hmm.
That turned me off so bad. So bad, but I did go see the third one and I didn't like it. And I didn't like it. Now, this one saved it for me. It brought it around. And I don't mean that it's perfect. It's not the greatest movie ever. But
so if they came out with a 5, would you go watch it?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay.
But it has to be a different movie. They have to push the narrative forward for reality, the civilization that's trying to grow up with the AI and stuff. I want to see those things be expanded upon in big ways, but now they can do it, I guess is what I'm saying. I'm giving it a 4. How about you, Cowboy?
What about you, Cowboy?
I feel that my issue with the movie was it was too much of the same. It was very similar to what I've seen already, and I guess I don't know what I wanted, but I guess I wanted something different, and I guess I wanted something on a bigger scale, like more, the end of, like, I don't know, some type of end game type thing, right? Like, oh my God, like the real world and the fake world is going to be destroyed or something. I don't know. But and some super big bad guy or something. But so for me, it was good to watch, but nothing makes me want to watch it again. And I definitely would see the next one because I'm one of those people. You already done watched 4 of them, so you give me.
Do me a favor, guys. Do me a favor. You guys have HBO Max. I'm sure you do. Watch it one more time at home. Watch it one more time. I've watched it twice, and I picked up on so much more stuff the second time.
I definitely got to watch it again.
Because they don't explain. They don't explain a lot of stuff to you, and it comes really fast.
Right.
Like even the first phone call.
So I don't have HBO Max, but my issue is it's not the little stuff. I don't have a problem with it being a video game. I didn't have a problem with them not having phone booths. I just had a problem with, I guess, the direction of the movie. I guess I wanted, or I thought it was very similar. That's all. It was so similar to what I've seen, kind of.
I think the only thing that could have made the movie better is if they would have actually had Morpheus back, even if he was an AI program and he looked the same. And Agent Smith, if they wouldn't have recast him. Those two was the only thing that pulled me out of the movie a little bit.
Yeah.
But I understand that Morpheus wasn't really Morpheus, though.
I think that hold on, because I don't want us to get too much into it. We're about to end it. We could talk about that another time.
For a whole hour, I'm sure.
Right. So look, and not to cut you off, Cowboy, but we're gonna definitely end it. I want us to go for the next episode.
Let me get my rating.
Go ahead.
Yeah, definitely.
I usually do 1 to 10s, but last night I rated it. I gave it a 6, so I'm gonna give it a 2. If we got a 2 out of 5.
Okay. Nice.
But hey, you're willing to watch more of them if they come out. I think that says a lot. Because the way they ended it in 3 is it was dire. Like they didn't explain what was going to happen to the humans, and your main character's blind and dead now. So what are you going to do?
Right.
Like I don't know. I respected their approach and what they got done. But it is very, very different. If somebody wants a 1999 Matrix experience, you are going to be left wanting. Let me tell you.
So look, man, that's all that we have for today. I'm gonna leave us out with the intro.
Don't make me put your chicken rotation. Everybody and everybody rotates. I got a couple, hey.